social environment, in our homes, in our families. But yet we're still a family. Regardless of if it's just a mom and a child, a dad, a mom and a child, a grandmother it's still a family. And so these partnerships need to increase in positivity, right? In positive parent interactions, positive interactions with the educational system. There is something that parents can learn from the educational system and something that the educators can learn from the parents. We are the experts when it comes to our children. I love that Dr. T. Brazelton said that. I will not forget that. We are the experts. We know what ticks them off. They may not show you because you're the teacher, but we know after you tick them off, they come home and they have a little something going on, a little lemon acting saucy, which is what I told you're being saucy, Tabasco-y. Anyway, so what would I like for you to do? This is what I'd like for you to do. Because like I said, I don't want you to be scared. I want you to be prepared. And so, please do this. Why? Because children don't have to be born with epilepsy. They don't have to, and it's not, once again, it's not the scare. It's not, someone, I don't want to listen to this. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we didn't think it was going to happen to us. And because it did, I am shouting it to you that it did happen. And we never knew anything like this was going to happen. And it did. So I was pretty much as prepared as I could be, because there was a young lady when we were in high school who used to have seizures. And, you do the best that you can until you learn to do better. But learn to do better. Don't just say, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to deal with this. We have to. It's happening in the world around us. And there's a whole community of people who are hiding, who are ashamed, who feel ashamed to talk about epilepsy. And then there are some who are like, I'm going to finally put this out here because I need to advocate. I need to help. I need to do my part, because we do play a part. And so this is it. Let me say what I want you to do. And you can share this. I would love for you to share this. If you're an educator, if you are a principal, if you are a dean, if you're in nursing, a nurse, let's not talk about my stories with that. I just used to just go walking by the nurse's office just because I wanted to find out information. Make sure, where's my daughter's medicine at? And then they didn't know if it was a temp. Make sure that your temp knows where the keys are. Make sure that your temp knows where the emergency medicine is for a child who has epilepsy. It will not be in the same place as the other meds. It will not be there 9 times out of 10. It's not. Okay? So, I would like for you to first start to speak to that parent. All right? That parent, believe me, they may not tell you, and they may seem like, quote unquote, that parent. Oh, when that parent comes, she looks so stressed. She looks so mad. I'm not talking about, I wasn't that way, but what if there is a parent who's that way? And I think that sometimes that parent didn't start off as that parent. Maybe they were quiet and they were like, okay, listen, can you please, or can you stop asking me to bring you those documents when I've already brought them in 3, 4, 5 times already? Like, can you go to the nursing office and ask for them? Because it's the same documentation that I give to the administrative office. And as a parent, come up with strategies. That's what I did. I had fun doing that. Hey, they have that documentation. How about you both kind of interact with each other? Because you find out that sometimes the nursing office and the school staff don't, because one is the Department of Education and the other might be a charter school or whatever it is. So have conversations and strategize. You just may have the answers that they need. Sometimes people have to be on the outside looking in and saying, I just have a suggestion, right? Not, hey, why don't you do this? I have a helpful suggestion for you. And I found out that they were willing to listen. The people in the central office and we would talk and have meetings and all that good stuff, and they listened. And they changed certain things as far as policies or procedures because of the fact that they chose to listen. And I appreciated that. I really did. So have those conversations with the parents. Listen to them. Let them tell you what it is that what you can look out for with their child. If their child is in any distress, or if it's hot outside, or different things like that. And maybe you should say, hey, if you go out on a trip and it's hot, my child really, they can't go on a trip. Let me know, so that you don't have to deal with that, and so that your child is not uncomfortable. I spent many days running across town just because of her being on the playground or whatever it is, and just the heat or the heat in the building, if the air conditioning wasn't working in the school. Like, these are things that you get to tell that parent. Listen, we know that little Sally or little John, they have you spoke to me about it, so I want to make sure that we're able to do our best to partner with you to help to cover this child, to help to be a resource for you, to make sure that they're okay, that they don't, have a seizure. We're gonna try our best to help so that they don't. We're going to try our best to help them in the learning, or to give you, mom, resources that may help, so that if they need that one-to-one, that they can have it in the classroom setting. Or if that doesn't work out, parent, you have to sometimes choose whether you have to homeschool your child. And that's some of the toughest decisions when you're trying to make ends meet in some cases, especially if you're a solo parent. Hard choices sometimes, it's sacrifices that we have to make, but we do it because we have to. And one of my favorite quotes, I have some of them. The only way to do it is to do it. That's it. The only way to do it is to do it. There's no other way. So, what do? Find that local foundation that's near you. I want you to, and I'm pulling this from the Epilepsy Foundation's website. They actually have, I want to say it's a training for educators to help children who have epilepsy. And so they help you to recognize the 3 common seizures, show you how to support a student with epilepsy, and a whole lot of other things. It's a whole training just for you educators, just for you, so that you don't have to be scared. You can be prepared. And I think it's awesome. I really do. So I'm going to get ready to close. I think we got a lot of helpful information there. If you have any questions or anything, I know there's something on here on Spreaker. You can put a comment. I'm also going to add this to my LinkedIn. Feel free if you want to ask a question or something. But I'm here really to encourage. I know what it's like. I know what the journey is like. I know it's a journey that sometimes it seems like it's so difficult and it's hard, but yet we continue on, and we have to be brave for our children, and we also have to raise them, because children are children. You still got to tell them, listen, no, you can't do that. We still get to push them along. Come on, make some friends. Come on, honey, come on. Right? And so we are here. Let's develop these partnerships. Let's continue to advocate. I urge you to go on the Epilepsy Foundation's workshop. Go on to Facebook. Go on their website. Look at me. I'm not even telling you to go on mine. I'm telling you to go on theirs. I want you to go on theirs. I want you to learn. I want you to understand. I want you to have sympathy, so that these people who are going through, and these people who need a little break, that if you're a parent or someone, that you will say, a cousin or someone to a parent will say, listen, I'm going to sit at the house, and be nice, and let them know that their child is safe, and let them take a nap. Or sit there and sit in another room and eat some ice cream, so that they can be rejuvenated. Caregivers, you have to be rejuvenated. You sometimes, you have to get baby monitors. And I know you're like, well, my child is 13. Well, you have to get a monitor. And there are different ones out there. Look them up. Sammy, what's the other one? Oh, gosh. Is it empath? I can't think of the name of it. Oh my gosh. But I'll get it. But if you look it up, just look up monitors. There are watches. There are apps. So that when your child is away from you, you won't feel the stress. Like, you got to bring that stress level down. That's just the bottom line. You have to, when you can. Every moment that your child is playing, that they're not having a seizure, is a moment for you to breathe. And I know sometimes it's hard to breathe. It's hard to, you just want to cry. You're probably crying at the sink. I think that's a space where some of us go, like by the sink, where we shed our tears because we love our children and we want them to be okay and we want to make everything right for them. This is a true statement. But find community, and sometimes finding community it's not everyone. The people who are closest to you may not understand. You get to advocate, you get to try to help them to understand. But if they still don't get it, and if people are giving you a hard time, don't fight that. You've got other things to do. That's from me to you. Okay, my helpful tip for tonight. All right, so what do I love to say? I'm going to get ready to close. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm on Facebook. I have a page called Pep Talk with Yadida. I will put this on LinkedIn. I will put it on the Pep Talk with Yadida page also, because I want people to know, I want them to understand. There's no need to hide when it comes to epilepsy. I believe God can heal. I'm a woman of faith. I believe he can. But I also believe that there were people who waited for Jesus to come. And it's what we do while we wait that's important as well. When he came, he made changes. He did heal. He did bless. But until that happened, there were people who just needed a little bit of help. Like the man who needed to be put in the pool at Bethesda, sitting there for years, just laying there. And finally someone came, and they were concerned enough to bring him over to the water so that he could get into, just like everybody else. And so you matter, parents. You matter. If you're someone who has epilepsy, you matter. And we're going to keep the dialogue going. We're going to keep talking about it. So remember this. This is for the educators and everyone else. When we talk about special needs, it's a two word, I just didn't like it before. Special needs. No, my daughter's not special needs. She's OHI, other health impaired. Now, listen to this. All children are special, and all children have needs. Some just have different needs than others. I'll say it again, just in case someone didn't get that, so that we don't tease and make fun of children who have special needs. All children are special. They all are special. And all children have needs. Don't believe that? Mommy, I need you to do this. I need you to tie my shoe. I need you to do that. I need you to cook. Mommy, I need a sandwich. They all have a need. Some just have different needs than others. And it's our responsibility to help them with whatever that need is. All right. This is Yadida. Next time, I'll come on and I'll talk to you some more, because that's what I enjoy doing. Take care.